Okay, I think that we are live here officially. I'm just trying to play around with a few things. Just, a few different things here. Okay, I think that we are
Yeah, there
live.
we go.
Yeah, we are live. Okay, cool. So I wanted to talk about a few things today. We talk so much about different ways to make money, and it really got me thinking a real good way to help people make money in this space overall really is I'm gonna pull up deck screen here real fast. It really is. What's troll at? Wait a minute. Where's troll at here? I can't see. Let's pull it up real quick. I just want to see what troll's at. 159. Was that 200 not long ago? All right, it's okay. I just want to check that out. So one of the things that I wanted to really do when it comes into crypto, the main reason why we all got into crypto is you want to be able to escape everything that's going on, man. Like, you don't want to be working that 9 to 5. You don't want someone telling you what to do. And so I thought escape velocity was a really good way to talk directly to people. Like, I think that is, and I'm going to drop this link here real quick. Sorry. I'm going to drop it in here. Live streaming on YouTube. Join it. Like, I wanted to just talk to people, man, about how you could be successful in business, how you could be successful in life, because it's not possible right now. With the 9 to 5 that you have, it's really difficult. It's really difficult to make happen. And so, crypto, one of the reasons why we got into crypto, one of the reasons why we love crypto is because it allows you to take advantage of a market inefficiency, just like the baby boomers did back in whenever they were baby boomers, the 70s. They bought up all the real estate, and we will watch some Dave Ramsey if we want. But I just wanted to go through this. We're going to talk as I go through some of the news for the day as it pertains to crypto, as it pertains to investing, as it pertains to money, stuff like that. We're just going to be taking a look, and we're going to go through it. So let's go through here. We're on Cointelegraph right now. I actually saw something on Blowfin. I wanted to see what that was about. Blowfin, wow, 2025 trading competition draws 370K participants and $12.7 billion in volume. That is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I remember when this first started, and it wasn't that big. It wasn't that crazy. I wonder, did it finish? Blowfin has successfully concluded its flagship trading competition WOW 2025 with the official list of winners now announced. Building on the success of almost 2x, almost 50% more followers or participants there. Total trading volume $12.7 billion. Blowfin's good. Blowfin's actually one of my favorite trading platforms. I am trying to do a trading strategy video series on Blowfin, but I got to get approval. Like, I don't want him to come at me for TOS, so we're going to check that out eventually here. But Cybertruck Supreme, what did he win? What did he win? Cybertruck Supreme winner. Total of 776 teams registered, culminating in the crowning of the Cybertruck Supreme winner. Oh, they won a Cybertruck. Got it. They won a Cybertruck. Dude, I'm not going to lie. I know some people who love Tesla. This car right here, this ain't it. This ain't it. Let's see. Tesla Cybertruck. Hold on. I just want to look at this thing. Here it is. Look at this thing, dude. Pull it up here. Look at this. That ain't it. I don't know who designed this, but that ain't it. Oh, here's the winner. Look, you guys can see very clearly. The winner was below a bunch of stars and some UID. There you go. They won. Pretty cool. I mean, it just shows how crypto is really evolving in the space a little bit more. And look at that. I mean, 210 participants to 370K. It doesn't surprise me. When was 2024's? Because 2024, if it was during really the peak of that bull run, sorry, hopefully we still have a peak ahead of us. If 2024 was during that time in August, August of last year, it would have been pretty good. The market was much better. So to see this growth, even though the market is not great, is interesting for sure. But I'm just kind of perusing the stories that matter. Here's one that I thought was pretty interesting. The markets are betting that the Fed is going to be cutting rates. I do have this here. This is something that you should be monitoring all the time. This is, what are the chances that there's going to be a Fed rate incoming, a cut or a raise? It kind of talks about what the rates will be based on the FOMC. This is one of the most beautiful things. I can't wait for this to go away. Once we have crypto that is like way more once it's like way more established, we don't need to know this. This is something that Satoshi solved. We don't need to know about what are the rates going to be, or things are getting cut. This is the whole idea of like liquidity and like lending practices. It really disappears, or at least changes very significantly. But as you can see, the main point here, there is a 93% chance of a cut. They think that it's going to cut from 425 to 450 to 400 to 425 bips, which I think is very likely to happen. And if you continue on, there are some people that are on some serious hopium. This has never happened. I don't know what they're talking about. Going to 350, 325, 350. But hey, let them have hopium. Let there be hope. But this is one of those things that really does go away. 1 second. Sorry, I was just answering some stuff. So this is one of the things. But the main point is September of 25, we should, if the betting odds are correct, we should be getting a rate cut here. And if we do get this rate cut, it's going to start pouring some liquidity into the market. That's what we need more than anything. What we need more than anything right now is this to happen. We need liquidity to pour into the market. And then, as you can see, I think that I had something here about, we have Twitter and CoinMarketCap. Bitcoin sitting at 115, Ethereum sitting at like 37. Okay, if we get some rate cuts here, we're going to see a lot of liquidity pour into these risk-on assets, and you'll start seeing a little bit more of the bump that I think we're all kind of hoping to see. So that's one of the things. So some of the things that I'm scrolling through crypto related content. Of course, we had the Blowfin trading competition. We've got ChatGPT being integrated across agencies, the U.S. government. If you're not using AI right now, I want to read this story, then you're way behind. And you're not way behind because you're way behind the cutting edge. When we're talking about getting to that next level, AI is something that's definitely going to help you do it. And the reason why I'm even calling this escape velocity is because I want you to be able to have the escape velocity so that you're not working a 9 to 5. You're not sitting there waiting for someone else to tell you what to do. And to do that, you need to get a certain amount of momentum, a certain amount of escape velocity behind you in order to do that. And that is usually done through skills and money. One of the skills that you need to learn is how to utilize AI and obviously ChatGPT and LLM to make your life easier and make you more successful. One of the things that I always talk about when I'm talking about LLMs is that it really takes you from whatever you are currently skills-wise to the next level. So I'm like an average coder. I can code out a little bit. But what ChatGPT does, it allows me to get to that next level. So now all of a sudden I go from an average coder to an above average coder. I'm much faster. I can do things a little bit more on my own. And I should do a whole section on this. I know I have so many ideas. But if you are someone who is saying, I am going to look for a new job, which should definitely be what you're doing, you should 100% be looking for new jobs. You should be job hopping every 6 months. You should at a minimum be taking interviews every quarter. Every 3 months, you should be taking interviews. And if you're sitting there thinking, I am not qualified for this job, well, here's your solution right here. This is it. You want to utilize AI. You want to utilize the internet, YouTube, Fiverr, Upwork, whatever you need to do in order to increase your productivity, in order to increase your ability to be successful at your job, because there is a massive difference between you having a job that pays you $40K and $100K. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. I don't want to derail. I'll do that as the segment here. Maybe we'll do that a little bit later, but I'll show you. And I think I did a big 40K, 50K, 60K, 70. It all matters. It all matters a lot. And when we talk about the compounding interest effect of time in the market, just having your time in the market, the compounding interest of your earning potential, of your income, it outweighs everything else. You have to be able to make the most amount of money with the time that you can, because it's like putting fuel in the rocket to escape that lifestyle. So we'll get into that a little bit, but I wanted to just read this a little bit with you guys to prove a point here. That point is, of course, AI is here, LLMs are here, and you should, can, and will be utilizing them in your role. It's going to make you far more productive, and it's going to allow you to go to the next level. If you're saying, hey, I'm applying to jobs, I'm supposed to have 6 years of experience, I've only got 3 years experience, I don't care. Apply to that job, because if you can get it, it's a pretty significant victory. U.S. President Donald Trump's administration has signed a deal with OpenAI to provide enterprise-level version of ChatGPT to federal agencies. Under the deal, the U.S. government agencies will have access to the AI platform for $1 per agency to facilitate integration. $1. I wonder if this is what they're doing. OpenAI is probably smartly getting in and signing contracts, obviously, that are very cheap, $1, to facilitate integration of AI into workflow operations, because once it's integrated into those workflow operations, it'll never go away. So this $1 per agency, it will balloon. I don't know if that's a typo. Maybe it is. But if they're just providing it as a service, a lot of these companies do that, right? They give you a trial. They'll give you a free trial for 6 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever it is. And then if it adds value, it's very difficult once you start putting in all your information to unplug from that. So that's what's happening there. From a business perspective, if you have a business, that's a good thing to do. I know for my business, I run a data services company, and some people, they don't see the value of data services. So you want to lower the barrier to entry as much as you can. So this $1 per agency to facilitate integration, again, assuming it's not a typo, they're lowering the barrier to entry. They don't want it to be this big, massive barrier to entry. What they want to have happen is they want to make sure that this second part happens. This part here. They integrate. Because once you're integrated in and the value is really identified, now all of a sudden you can start charging a lot more, and that's how businesses are made, right? The government is not going to balk at, okay, now it's going to cost you $100 million for this contract. Well, it saves us some time. It makes our lives a little bit easier. It's kind of a pain to unwind this integration. So that's smart. Dangers of centralized AI in the government, of course, has to be talked about here. In 2023, the U.S. Space Force, a branch of the U.S. military, paused the use of generative AI tools at the organization due to cybersecurity concerns over sensitive data critical to national security. Yeah, this is how LLMs work. Is they basically ingest a lot of data and they kind of learn and evaluate and grow off of that. So I could see this 100%. You don't want the government getting access to more data. I'm sorry. This is one of the scary things. You don't want the government getting access to more data here. Interesting. What does this guy say? Hold on. Sorry. This caught my attention. Bitcoin analyst warns of 105K danger zone. This open interest stays frothy. Short-term outlook for Bitcoin has remained cautious. The possibility of a trip toward 105. Dude, even if we go towards 105, it doesn't matter. Okay, they got some analysis here. I'm not going to go into their TA. They think that it could be coming. Realized price of 1 to 3 month holders. All right, cool. Whatever. Send it higher. Send it higher. Tornado Cash, co-founder, found guilty on 1 of 3 charges. What charge was he sentenced on? Let's see. A Manhattan jury found Tornado Cash co-founder and developer Roman Storm guilty of charges related to conspiracy to run an unlicensed money business. In a Wednesday decision in the U.S. District Court of the Southern District of New York, that's the important one. I think the SDNY is the important one. Storm was found guilty on one felony charge in his role at Tornado Cash, according to court reports from Inner City Press. The jury convicted Roman on conspiracy to run an unlicensed money transmittal business, which carries a maximum sentence of up to 5 years. No unanimity was reached on the charges of conspiracy to commit money laundering, nor conspiracy to violate North Korean sanctions. Okay, so he'll probably get some time in prison. Let's see what this says. Reportedly said during Storm's trial that she was being mindful of other crypto-related cases, including Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF, former OpenSea product manager Nathaniel Christian, on Shane. All three cases were litigated in SDNY and were sentenced to serve time in prison. So it doesn't seem good for our buddy Storm. It seems like he might be in a bit of trouble. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, well, moving on here. Jobs report, jobs data revisions that cost a U.S. government statistician her job. Yeah, probably should. I hate how they revise this, like constantly revising. You know what I mean? It's always getting revised one way or the other. Look at this. Look at these revisions. Revision to June payrolls was unusually large. Look, this is no revision. Look across time. You're telling me, we're talking about, I talked a little bit earlier about getting a job and keeping a job and applying to jobs that are a little bit outside of your comfort level. Look at this. This is someone's job to estimate jobs reports after they have the data. And look at the revisions. Scam, dude. The whole thing's a scam. I'm not going to go into the boring details. Basically, the closer that this orange line is to zero, the better. It means that they are correctly identifying the number of jobs that were created in the United States of America over a given time period. And you can see none of these orange lines are all that close to the black line. So if you're sitting there telling me, Soka, I can't apply for that job. How could I? I only have 3 years of experience. It wants 8 years of experience. Look at this chart. This should be the chart that reminds you every day that you're good enough. Because these people, they have to revise jobs reports by large numbers, 133K. Obviously, I don't have the percentages in front of me. Let's see. It's got to be in here somewhere. How much? Give it to us. Combined downward revision for the 2 months of 2008 was the largest outside of COVID and 1979. Yeah. You could do this job. Just throw paints at the wall or spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. It makes me mad, dude. So the jobs report was adjusted down, which is really leading towards this here, that the Fed is going to cut rates. Markets now betting that the Fed will cut rates in September after disappointing jobs report. The best thing about it is this jobs report wasn't disappointing in the beginning. It was disappointing after it was revised down. We don't need to see whatever's going on there. But we already looked at this, 93% that there's going to be a rate cut of some amount in September, which means that we will bring a lot of liquidity into risk-on assets. As you could imagine, cryptocurrency is a risk-on asset, and meme coins, of course, is one of the riskiest risk-on assets that there is. Tracking the Federal Reserve's favorite inflation gauge. Ooh. The core PCE. I mean, they did get inflation kind of down quite a bit, but what's the trueflation? What is that? That's what I want to know. Oh man, I'm not signed in. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to sign in. Usually real PCE index. Okay, here we go. That's not bad. Let's get here. I'll put it in the data section. So trueflation's 225. What does the government think it's at? 26. So it's actually a little bit better, meaning we very much likely expect rate cuts because inflation is actually better. This represents trueflation. So this actually tracks it much more succinctly than whatever the government does. So if you're ever wondering what inflation is, trueflation is a great place to do that. I'm not signed in right now, so I don't know what's going to pull up here or not. But essentially, inflation has been really kept under control. The thing that the government has to be so careful of is if they cut rates, prices of housing and stuff like that, and rent is going to go bananas, bananas, and it'll have big time implications globally. It'll have implications with Japan, which they just went through chaos, if you remember that. Japan, it'll have implications on our borrowing rates. Good luck. Good luck. We'll see what happens. But you can see this. It's been steadily declining. It's performing fine. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this drop. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. We've gone through the news quite a bit. I think that there's some important news there. I know that we've talked about it. Let's take a look at what's going on Twitter. What is happening out there? By the way, what has been happening on Twitter? I feel like not much. I feel like I'm getting fed a lot of, this is the type of stuff that I'm getting fed here. Look. Look at this. At the WNBA games, dude. This is like the big news right now. I believe that there is a coin on ETH. I don't want to say the name because I don't want to get like flagged on the live stream here. We're talking escape velocity. We're talking real legitimate things. But there is a coin on Ethereum that has the name of this item right there. Whatever that is. I don't know what it is. People might might want to look at that. But it's looking pretty good. This is obvious. Polymarket Sports. WNBA betting volume on a certain item surpasses betting volume for who will win the game. Obviously. Come on. Scrolling through. This is what my Twitter looks like right now. It's not coins. It's not anything like that. But all right, let's see here. Jungle Man versus Monarch. Let's see what this is. I just want to see what this is. And maybe you guys don't like poker, but I just want to see it.
Call and hit the roof. Yep, that's right. He lost his patience, didn't he?
And that's it.
Wait, Jungle Man called with jacks on this river? I obviously don't know the action. What was that action? Hold on. Okay, it looks like a raise. Is he on the button? Yeah, so Jungle's on the button. It looks like Jungle raises, gets a call. Check, bet, call. Check, bet 40. Monarch jams, and Jungle Man calls with the blockers. He's got two blockers to the nut straights. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
But he's not very happy about it. Let's put it that way.
And that's it for the night.
And that is absolutely it. You can see the
This must be a tournament of some kind.
And I think one thing is very clear, Sim.
Oh, they're heads up.
Who is the king of Bombay? The king of Bombay.
Okay, sorry. It's heads up. I didn't realize that.
Just like that.
Changes quite a
it's
bit.
so definitive.
Monarch is our champion with
Starting with Elias Telvta, who won 500K off Monarch in the early going, but then the stakes went up.
The stakes did go up, and it's more than just money.
Yeah.
It's pride, it's everything.
Okay, that's kind of cool. I was on the Haha Yes, the Rizzo space the other day, and they're doing a lot of cool stuff with Tesla. They had whatever it was called, X Overload or Tesla Overload Takeover, whatever the heck it was called, and they did a good job. They got a lot of praise. So there you go. I think that one's going to be good. Vitalik, it's rumored Vitalik has been flown into San Francisco. Oh, that's pretty funny. Who dat Joey? It's rumored Vitalik has been flown into San Francisco for the Valkyries games tonight. Yep, that's pretty funny. We'll give that a heart. Give that some love. Give that some love. All right, let's see. Crash, man, I always love looking at what Crash has going on. Yeah, dude, I don't know why Toshi holders are bashing on Brett here. Crash is a good guy, man. Give him some love. Show him the retweet here. Okay, maybe not. It's not letting me. Doesn't want me to retweet. I don't know why. I tried. Can I comment? I can comment. But I just can't retweet. All right, we'll just tell him. W take. That is a W take. Tesla is training a new FSD model with 10x params and a big improvement in video compression loss. Probably ready for public release. You guys, I cannot wait. Please, for oh my God, for all that is like holy, please, can we get FSD out there? Like full self-driving on a car. No one should be even able to drive a car. Do you understand how insane it is that I'm driving next to someone that is putting on makeup, eating a Big Mac, doing whatever it is that they're doing, when we have cars that are perfect, that can take in trillions of data points a second and make decisions? Please, please, can we get there? That's what I want. FSD. Elon, you know what? I'll forgive you for whatever happens to all these spaces. I just want to make sure that we get FSD as soon as we can. Football season's getting started. Football season is getting started. Aaron Rodgers looking good out there. Look at the movement. Ooh, quick feet. Not bad. Not bad. I have seen this. I think that that's pretty funny. I don't think that this is actually, they're saying this is your quarterback, by the way, as Caleb Williams. I don't think this is actually Caleb Williams. So, mom cooked your son. Don't care. Dwight Howard. Look at this. Look at this. This is the type of stuff that I'm getting. Dude, I just want crypto content. Just crypto. This is what I get here. Dwight Howard's been banned from attending WNBA games. Yeah, I bet he has. Retail ain't here yet. Stimmy hasn't dropped. Rates haven't been cut. Y'all acting like it's over. We're not acting like it's over. We're on episode 1, David Gockstein. Retail's not here yet. That's for sure. Stimmies haven't dropped. Dude, there's not going to, I don't know what he's talking about, stimmies. I don't know why there would be a stimulus check right now. Doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Why would it? But rates are going to get cut. And he is correct on that. Rates haven't been cut yet. And if you've been able to make money, by the way, from January to like June of this year, that's been some of the hardest, some of the most difficult trading conditions you'll experience. You're going to cook. You are going to absolutely cook from August till the end. Whenever the end is. I don't know when the end is. Who knows? I don't know when the end is. If I did, I wouldn't be hanging out with you good folks. Or at least we would be doing it on a yacht. IRL. That's where we'd be doing it. What is this? What did Trump do to Brazil? Trump just crushed Brazil with 50% tariffs. But it's not about trade. It's about a Brazilian judge who violated U.S. citizens. What is that sentence? It's about a Brazilian judge who violated U.S. citizens, as in like he violated them by... Again, I don't know what YouTube's censorship stuff is like, but if you told me that a judge violated a citizen, I would think that some physical harm was done to them, usually in a sexual manner. So I would love to know, what is it? What did this Brazilian judge do? What did this guy do? Now, Alexandre de Moraes is about to learn why you don't mess with America. Okay. You got me, dude. What happened? Judge who runs the Brazil Supreme Court. He has a power American judges can't. Picked a fight. It would cost Brazil billions. He banned Twitter across Brazil. 200 million people lost access. What? This is what... How does this violate Americans' rights? He banned Twitter for Brazil, which, by the way, I'm fully against. I'm not for banning anything. Freedom of speech, libertarianism, I'm all about it. But I'm still waiting to see how the American citizen has been violated. Froze Starlink's bank accounts. X was shut down in Brazil. Okay, here we go. American citizens were next. Their crime, criticizing Brazil online, living in America, posting American opinions, yet their accounts vanished, and criminal investigations were launched. So their Twitter accounts, they're American citizens living in America, posting American opinions, criticizing Brazil, and their accounts were deleted? Ooh, I still don't see it. I see clickbait. Anyone else see it? Disinformation at an all-time high. Yeah, you bet. Because people say things like American citizens violated by this judge in Brazil, and Trump is taking him to task. Hosun, the COO of Thought Leader X. I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb. This guy might be AI. Might not be true. If I missed it, please leave it in the comments. Where were the American rights violated? Dude, we have enough rights being violated. We don't need to make stuff up. Okay, this looks cool. A big boulder going down a hill. Yeah, we'll stop. We'll watch that. Oh, hit the car. Oh, please hit the car. Oh, do it. Oh. Maybe they're freaking out. I want to hear what they're saying. This is I'll do it muted now. This is what happens when like the markets are tanking and the US government steps in with stimmies and rate cuts and bailouts to to banks. That's what happens. That rock was them. Legend says they're still looking for the ball. Oh, dude, that is... This dog just got absolutely juked. All right, some wholesome videos. Okay. Well, we're just scrolling, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. Theo Von had zero filter with the Rizzler. Wait, it's like it's disappearing stuff here. Hold on. I'm gonna have to zoom out a little bit. It doesn't like that. Oh, yo. Goated. Things are disappearing again. All right, we're gonna zoom out a little bit here. I might have to adjust a few things so that we can see a little bit more easily. And give us some more room on the screen. Might be a little bit harder to see stuff though. We'll zoom in there. And bang, bang. Now we got it. There we go. This was funny. So I told you that there's a project on ETH. I'm going to see if I can't find it. Let me see if I can find it. I want to see what it's doing. While you guys are watching this, let me just see. Oh my God. Dude, look at this chart. Let's see if I can bring it up here. Oh my God. Is this live here? Let's see. Look at this. 5.28 million after the latest and greatest. I'll make a tweet about this. I just don't want my account being spammed with too much like God. Too much stuff like this. But this is what sparked it. What time was this at? Do you see her reaction, by the way? Watch her reaction. She's here, no? Watch the reaction. Ah, what is that? Oh, I've never seen that before. Yeah, I bet. What's happening here? Okay, Shohei Ohtani, the GOAT. Now you can see what my feed looks like, guys. This is kind of what it looks like. Look at the Giga chart right before it exploded. Wag me. Yeah, you know, I like Wag me. Go ahead. Let's Wag me it up. We'll get some Wag me posts going. Ooh. 104-mile-an-hour pitch. I don't know if you guys, you know, do baseball or do sports in general, but pretty interesting. Whoops. There we go. Close that, close that. Let me do something here real quick. We need to have CMC back up so we can check it out. Oh, that's going to look gross. Oh. God, I didn't need to see that. This guy got wrecked by the dude. This is guys. I mean, geez, this is long. What happened here? Can we get Grok to explain this? Is that a thing? Can Grok just explain this? Or can we get ChatGPT to explain it? Let's see. Well, let's see what ChatGPT says. Speaking of, by the way. Speaking of, explain this tweet to me. I don't want to read the whole thing, so I'm just going to ChatGPT do it for me. You tell me. We talked about it earlier. Let's go back. Go back home. Okay, main content is commenting on the collapse of reputation and downfall of a project called Bonk is associated with the team, likely within Solana meme coin cycle, crypto ecosystem. Oh, dang. See, look at this. Dude, I would not have caught this. We need to go back here. Here we go. Sympathy with an edge. The speaker pretends to be sympathetic, but the sarcasm and tone suggest they're enjoying the downfall. Fake concern. Scooter seems to be a vocal critic of Bonk, maybe an influencer or crypto sleuth, and the author calls him mentally unwell. Pump Fund conspiracy. Jeez. See, look at that. This is a hit piece dressed up as a neutral observation. Wow. Can I comment here? ChatGPT's analysis of this tweet. We'll do AI. AI's analysis of this tweet. Let's see what it is. Here we go. Are we doing the people a solid here? Did we do it? This is true, though. ChatGPT also says final thoughts. If you're outside the crypto space, especially Solana and meme coins, this might sound insane. If you're in it, it's just another day of crypto Twitter warfare where memes, money, and reputations all collapse in real time. Oh, yes. How we've seen that happen a time or two. We have, actually. We'll keep rolling here. I don't know where to end this thing. Maybe we'll do it for an hour. We'll do another 20 minutes. I would never do this. Nope. You'll never see me up in that thing. Football is starting, man. I can't wait for football to start. We should bet. We should gamble collectively on football. Although I don't know if many people, because the audience is like pretty international. I don't know if people are really going to vibe with football. Pretty good quarterback right there, though. Pretty good quarterback right there. Oh my God. You'll see stuff that I'm scrolling past that I'm not talking about because I don't want to get banned. But what am I looking at? What's happening here? Hey, speaking of the gym, did you guys know that the average American woman is 5 foot 4 inches tall and 170 pounds? 170 pounds. I have a friend who works at Walmart. And I don't know what this person's looking at either. I have a friend who works at Walmart, and they were talking about a new clothing line that they're kind of dropping. So they had to take a look, and they had to say what was their average shopper. And they started with just the average American. The average American is 5 foot 4, average American woman, 5 foot 4, 170 pounds. That's not the Walmart shopper, who's also kind of fat. That's just the actual average American. So get to the gym. Sure, I need to get to the gym, man. It's been a minute. So I got to get out there. I'll get to the gym. I got to stretch out. Got to do all those fun things. Look, this is how you know that crypto Twitter, man, it's a little bit slow. This is what I'm getting. Not getting much. Not much going on. Where are all my tickers? Just give me tickers. You know? I just want to see. Fitty. GM Fitty. Brett, cycle top on Brett might be in. Ooh, someone's saying the cycle top on Brett is in. We'll have to ask Crypto the Kid about that one. I don't know. Not so sure. I am not so sure. Hey, here we go. Real heroes right here. Jumped into hell with only a knife and an aid bag on May 2nd, 1968. Then Staff Sergeant Roy Benavides heard a 12-man special forces team was trapped in the jungle, outnumbered 100 to 1. He fought relentlessly for 6 hours, losing so much blood, the process medics thought he died by the battle's end. In honor of his birthday, take a moment to honor him and read his remarkable story of courage and survival. Look at that, you guys. If you are able to survive the trenches, you can be this guy. Sergeant Roy Benavides. How do you say that? Benavides. Best way to grow your following and increase your $723 paycheck for 2 weeks? FUD Brett. You'll grow faster than what you're doing right now. They did the same thing in SHIB community? What? I don't understand. I thought he not liked Brett. Is he being tongue-in-cheek as well? Best way to grow your following and increase your $723 Twitter engagement paycheck every 2 weeks? FUD Brett. You'll grow faster? I'm down. I want to grow. I want $723. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. I don't know, man. I don't like this art from Rizzo. Sorry, Rizzo. I love you, but I don't want to look like people are pulling the strings on you. That's weird. That is weird. All right, well. Lofi down to 25 here. I own some Lofi. I've taken profits. Have you? You got to take those profits, man. Make sure you're getting into them. Okay.
Our creative mind has done a wonderful job putting together all the intros and outros and all the stuff that you're seeing now, working behind the scenes with a team to put together phenomenal things. Also, shout out to Alexei for graphics. Also,
hey, by the way, I'm on this team. He better be shouting me out.
Shout out to our writer Gabriel for always showing up and writing news. Shout out to our intern that shows up every single day to report on the latest in the world, whether it's crypto or politics. Anyway, there you go. I gave everybody a bunch of compliments.
I didn't get one. How do we go back here? Before he's complimenting, he better be saying
wings.
me.
I saw it. He looked like he was about to pass out. I felt bad. But just know that EMS is always standing by as he's performing these stunts, and you should not try this at home. Also, I want to give a shout out. We have 2 new people that have signed on to the GNN network. We got 2 out.
Oh, man. Come on. Well, what's he even talking about here? I know who does these animations. It's really good. Oh, do I need to get something like this? Okay, I'll do it. Why not?
I'm always dressed up, by the way. I'm always dressed up. I'm always looking sexy and phenomenal.
What's with his eyebrows here?
But I felt like throwing on, I was like, yo, maybe I throw on we'll go to billions. I stated that maybe on this show, on the morning show, on the nightly recap. I stated, man, I am buying. While you guys last week were sitting on the sidelines in fear, in complete and utter fear.
No one was sitting on the sidelines in utter fear, Mr. Gokhstein. But what was he buying?
You were on the sidelines while I was taking my liquidity and buying. I was buying, okay? I didn't care about the opinions of people that have only $3 to their names, no crypto, no NFTs. No. I'm not listening to schmucks like that. Absolutely not. I'm listening to myself. I know, and I believe in this goddamn market. And I know that if I can go ahead and snatch up some real ass assets, you liked what I just said there, real ass assets, and even 1 cent, it's all Gucci, baby. it's all Gucci. So anyway, I've already bought two. I bought two collectibles, and I've put them into obviously a separate wallet because these are the things
All right. If he's not going to tell us, I'm going to lose my mind. Can we make this go faster? I don't have time
that I
for
said
this.
during the next
What did you
run-up.
buy?
There have been new things that have come out, and I believe that number one, there's a team around it. Number two, they have supply control. Thank God. We had VCs that came into our and they want crypto to have it turn into. I am completely bullish on. We are a cult community. What are out here not showing me the sponsor? How dare me?
Right,
How dare I
I'm gonna comment here. Hold on. You talked for 50 minutes and never once gave us the ticker. Shame. All right, we're moving on. Sorry, David, you had your shot. Imagine you went back somebody in 2014 and showed them this video. Punky. Oh, Punky released some plush line. Now, I will say Punky is, what's it called? Their main account got banned, which is stupid. I don't know why. But they did create this plushie here. It might be kind of hard to see. Solana meme coin Punky releases. Is that weed? What is this? What is this? Ponky Solana meme coin, as large social media following, is set to sell a plushie toy of its monkey mascot Wednesday for $69. It comes as a result of a partnership with 223, a spin-out venture licensed accessories giant J Corp. The project is set to roll out with 2 more products of big brand partners. I do know for a fact that Ponky got a lot of very beneficial partnerships, real life royalty type partnerships. And this is cool here. This is pretty cool. I'm just looking here at the adult toy. Will be in a feature NFC chip that grants awards of values of personal ownership, magnetic blunt, and magnets. Oh boy, this is pretty cool though. This is a cool idea. I'm gonna put this here, say this here. Let's make a post. This, the Ponky plushie. How do you spell plushie? Plushie like that? Plushie launch with is at 223 a thing? No. 223 is massive. This sentence tells you everything you need to know about where memes are going. I don't know, I want to use this picture too. Can I copy the image? Can I just drop it in here? Let's go. There we go. That's pretty cool. I can get on board with that. Whoever convinced society that it should be competitive rather than cooperative sure did mess up a good thing. It is weird when you think about that. I don't want to get too deep or anything like that. Oh, what's going on with Sui? Ask me anything with Sui Gaming. Is that thing launched yet? You know how long I've been hearing about Sui Gaming? It's been forever. Been a long time. All right, so I think now we're getting back to the repeating cycle. Repeating cycle. All right, we're not going to watch any Dave Ramsey. You guys, we've been going for about an hour now. I want to say thank you so much to everyone who joined in. I'm going to try to do this, especially if I could just like kind of vibe and scroll and talk about some tickers that I like and talk about some of these things. I think that it's going to be a cool thing, you know, and I think it's going to be a cool way for us to vibe together and make money. We're going to reach that escape velocity. You're going to escape your job. You're going to escape your lifestyle and you're going to get to that next level. Because once you do, man, it's easy. I'm telling you, it's easy. We're going to make it happen. And I got much love for each and every one of you guys. So thank you guys for everyone who tuned in. I see each and every one of you. Definitely the ones who dropped comments in the chat, the ones who came from the Telegram. I didn't do this on X because I didn't want to do it on X. I wanted to do it here. And I might only do it here. I'm not sure that I want to be on X all the time talking to all these scrubs. I want to talk to you guys. So much love to you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Peace out.